What's up, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel / podcast with your host that does the absolute most, Evan Youngblood Williams here. And in today's video / episode, we are going to be discussing the easy moralizer in the personality types of the Age series. And if this is your very first time seeing me and being on this channel / podcast, then make sure to go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit that bell right next to it so you get notified every single Friday that I upload these episodes. And I would like to say welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm glad that you're here and that you're allowing me to spend this time with you, to have this conversation with you. And I hope that, you're enjoying the conversation as well. And also, if you haven't done so already, make sure to go ahead and copy your Spirituality Never Stops shirts by clicking the link in the description below. And without further ado, let's get into the video. The very first trait of the easy moralizer is that they live double lives. And basically what I mean by this is that, they they are one person in public, but they're another person behind closed doors, kind of what I talked about in the last video called The Big Talker, to where I was saying that the same person that you are behind closed doors is the same person you should be in public. Well, in the easy moralizer's case, they really epitomize the double identity type of vibe, right? It's like in the public eye, they pretend to be this calm, cool, collective, nice person that gets along with everybody, and they put on these fake smiles like this. And they go out in public and shake people's hands, and you know they pretend to be this diplomatic great person, and they're always preaching against people who are doing certain things, like, nah man, they shouldn't be doing that, I don't like that, da, 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 just shooting off at the mouth. But behind closed doors, they see they are a different person. And so the exact same things that they're preaching against, and they're antagonizing and other people, they are acting the exact same way behind closed doors. So the rule of thumb here is never trust someone who is passionately bashing somebody for who they are, because chances are they are like that behind closed doors. You see what I mean? So a whole lot of people just got exposed right there. And I used to be the same way, where, I would be one person in public, but be another person behind closed doors, and essentially just, living this double life, right? Or just, pretending to be like this shy person in front of people, whereas behind closed doors, I'm very talkative, I'm very outgoing, I'm very outspoken in my nature, right? And so that's something that I'm still working on to this day, is, being my true authentic self, no matter where I'm at. Because to be honest, it does get exhausting, putting on these different masks for different people. And that's oftentimes what easy moralizers do, is that they may trade in one mask for another. Like, they're constantly wearing some type of social mask depending upon the social gathering, instead of being their true authentic self wherever they go. And so with that being said, I'm moving on to the next point. The second trait of the easy moralizer is that they envy those that aren't as repressed as them. And I've dealt with this type of person in my life. I'm not going to mention his name because, like I said, I don't like putting people out on blast like that. And so I just noticed that, this guy was just very, very repressed. And, he is deeply religious. So, I mean, go figure. Anybody that's deeply religious is heavily oppressed. Yeah, oppressed and suppressed and repressed. Suppressed, oppressed, and repressed. Oppressed, suppressed, and repressed. See, there we go. Boom. Anyways, so I just noticed that when I was just hanging around him, that this guy was just very, very suppressed in his energy. And, I can tell that he wasn't being his full authentic self because, of his religious background. Like, he's like deeply Christian. And okay, don't take this the wrong way. that I just said that just now, because I'm not saying that, I'm not cool with Christians and that they're not cool people. But at the same time, I gotta call it for what it is that, I noticed that he's very suppressed on the inside. And I noticed that, anytime I played music with profanity or said a curse word, like, he would just be like, you said that. I'm like, oh my God, man. So it just felt like I can just feel in his energy that he's very suppressed, repressed, and oppressed. Right. And, you know, And in my playlist, I'm just gonna be real with you. Like, in my playlist, all the songs are dirty and explicit. Like, me personally, I don't listen to the clean version of songs. I just feel like that takes you out of the experience. Like, the clean version just sounds all distorted and whatnot. But anyways, back to what I'm saying, because I'm getting off track with that. Um, I just noticed that he was just very suppressed. Whereas with me, I'm a little bit more free with my expression and with what I say and what I do, sometimes to a fault. Like, sometimes I would just go off the wall and say some crazy stuff. Like, if you watch any of my lives or looked at any of my posts on Instagram, or even some of my previous videos on this channel, or, any other types of content that I've created, that I would just fly off the handle and just say some out of the box stuff, right? But, the point is that, I like my freedom of expression. And I can tell that, him growing up in the household that he grew up in, that he's far more, yeah, he's suppressed. Not that I wasn't suppressed in the household that I grew up in, but, I had a little bit more freedom than he did in terms of expressing his truth, right? And so you will notice that easy moralizers will, always have this bitter tone in their voice, like, man, this person gets to do this and they get to do that. Just flying off at the mouth. And when they can realize that they're free to express themselves all along, like, nobody's stopping you from expressing your truth but you. It's all on you. You, the person that I'm having a conversation with right now. You know what I'm saying? You are the reason why you can't express your truth. It's not because of the outside world. It's not because of the government. It's not because of your family. It's not because of your friends. It's not because of the school system. It's all on you. It's all on you. And as I'm saying this to you, my friend, I'm saying this to myself as well. Because even I have to remind myself, and my significant other has to remind me that I am in control of my reality and my emotions and my feelings and how I respond and if I respond or react to situations. That's all on me. Just like with you. Your life is what you make of it. And, if you want to start expressing your truth, just express it. I mean, oh, excuse me. Dang it. It done slipped out. It done slipped out, man. Yo, it done slipped out. But anyways, man, you just got to express yourself. You got to express your truth. And so with that being said, moving on to the next point. Another trait that you must know about the easy moralizer is that they are secretly enticed by what they condemn. Henceforth, the reason why they are living double lives, right? Which is why they're one person in public and another person behind closed doors. And, if you ever shadow these people for a day, like if you see them outside the normal setting where the mask is taken off, like, you would notice contrary behavior to what they say that they believe in and support. And you'll be like, wait, hold up, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Wait a minute, wait a minute.
Like, why is he going to the bar? Or why is he or she, engaging in said type of behavior when, they've been preaching to me about not doing the same thing? And the reason being is because they are enticed by it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that saying goes, is that, the taboo is what attracts us, or something like that. Or, you know, we're enticed by what's taboo. Because even though we do live in a culture where people will cancel you for just about anything, the very thing that they're canceling you about, they probably engage in the same behavior behind the scenes. Trust me. Especially, a lot of these pastors, who keep preaching about the word of God and saying how God is good, and, how they serve the Lord and all this other stuff. Now, I don't have anything against pastors and Christians, like I said, because I'm pretty much an easygoing guy. I don't care what your spiritual and philosophical beliefs are, as long as, you don't try to push that stuff on me. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, as I was saying with the pastors, is that you notice a lot of these pastors engage in some very, very shady behavior behind the scenes. And unfortunately, it's all too common. Kind of like with the pastor at, the former church that I used to go to. And I'm not going to get into detail about what it is, just for privacy's sake. But yeah, I've heard some stories about them. I don't know how true they are or if they're not true. But yeah, it's like I said, the point is, these people live double lives, and they engage in what is taboo, right? And so moving on to the next point. All right, so the very last point that I want to cover in the video, and this reason is going to be the reason why they are this personality type in the first place, was because they were punished as kids for their impulses and desires by their parents, and their parents condemned them from going after what they desire. And so subconsciously, they started putting on this mask or persona of the nice guy or nice girl that has, these huge morals and that live these quote unquote pure lives, as, a defense mechanism to protect their real self from being scrutinized in the public, right? And so, one example of this could be, a person that's like gay or bisexual. And, for a lot of times, these people in the, community, they try to express their true selves, but they may have grown up around religious parents, or, strict military parents, or what have you. And so, their parents were like, I'm gonna beat the gay out of you. I'm gonna beat the, bisexual out of you, or whatever, right? And so they're hearing this as kids. They go ahead and automatically they start putting this mask on, to cover up who they truly are. And it's not just within like the gay and bisexual community. It's also with, other people in general. Like, you may want to be an entrepreneur and own your own business, or you may have dreams of being an artist. You may have dreams of, being an entertainer, or whatever your dream is. And you express that to your parents and you desire that. And they may have condemned you harshly for expressing your truth. And so now you're walking around carrying this mask on, covering up who you really are, as a defense mechanism to protect you from getting scrutinized and criticized for who you truly are, because you want to try to keep cool with everybody. But now I'm just at the point, like, what, screw it. Like, this is who I am. Like, I love talking about spirituality. I love talking about philosophy, you know? And I'm all over the place at times. As you can see, like with my videos, I went off on all these different tangents. And also in the previous video, like, it is what it is though, because I'm passionate about this, and I do talk a lot, like I told you. And I embrace that fact about myself, because like once you get me engaged, I'll just be like a motor mouth and just keep going and 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 going. Wow. But anyways, that's going to be a wrap for this episode/video. And if you guys have gained any type of value thus far, make sure to go ahead and click the subscribe button and click that bell right next to it so you get notified every time I upload videos to this YouTube channel at 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time every Friday. And if you're listening to this on Anchor, make sure to go ahead and click that star on the top right corner to favor this podcast. And if you're listening to this on any other podcasting platform, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well so you get alerted every single Friday that I upload these episodes. And also, if you want to go ahead and leave voice messages to, give me some feedback on my videos and let me know if they're actually helping you along your journey and you're gaining clarity and it's adding lots of value, don't be shy. Go ahead and click the link to that description below. And if you want to, find my other social medias, get some merch from my merch store, get your free guided meditation, all that good stuff, I have the link tree in the description below. And also make sure to go ahead and follow my beautiful, beautiful significant other on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok so that you can keep in touch with her. She's most active on Facebook out of all the 3 platforms that I mentioned. So that'll be your best bet in getting in touch with her in terms of getting your, session in, getting your life coaching session in. And no, she does not do free work. She charges for her services. So, if you want her services, you don't have to pay the fee. And it's not a very large fee either. So it'll behoove you to invest in yourself and get you healed by a certified life coach because she is amazing at what she does. And with that being said, peace in and out with the highest vibes, and I'll catch you guys next week.